And then a geometer, so I'm a geometer and not a physicist, and a physicist named Edward Teller, and the geometer was named Stanislaus Ulam, said, I wonder if there's a way to take the chemical bomb that creates the fission bomb and use the fission bomb as the detonator for a fusion bomb. So bomb number one, bomb number two, bomb number three. And what they figured out is that the only way to create that is to reflect light in a particular way to compress hydrogen into helium and release energy. Because anything other than light wouldn't get to the tertiary stage fast enough before the atomic bomb, like you're using a Hiroshima and Nagasaki as a detonator. That's how crazy it is. So that chain of ideas, which is maybe there's a neutral version of the proton, maybe I can send that into the middle of an atom that's very heavy that was built in a stellar collision. Maybe if I have a bunch of those uranium or plutonium type things, each one when they break apart will have more neutrons inside, that is more neutral protons, that will hit more nuclei, that will release more energy, and maybe I can then focus the light, the gamma radiation that comes off of this thing, or who knows what, to compress a narrow rod to create fusion, which only occurs on the sun, in the sun, but do it on Earth. So we're gonna take a little bit of the sun on Earth. That chain of ideas was the most dangerous thing anybody's ever thunk. And that's why when you try to do physics, you don't know, why are people making fun of me? Why are they being mean? Why are they dissuading me from talking? I don't know.
You have a suspicion.
Well, there was a guy named Jack Raper, the unfortunately named Mr. Jack Raper, who was a reporter in Cleveland, who, for some reason during the war in 1944, decided to vacation in New Mexico. So he goes to New Mexico and he comes back and he says, I've got a crazy story. There's a city that nobody knows about with a mayor who's supposed to be the second Einstein. And it's the most secretive city in the world. And the mayor is working on a doomsday weapon, and even the people who live in the city don't know what it is. And he writes the story of Los Alamos and publishes it in 1944. The scoop of the millennium, to say nothing of the century. Nobody knows about this article. And it's called Forbidden City. We pretended that it never happened.
For those that don't know, Los Alamos is where the nuclear bomb was, I guess, conceived and brought to life and tested.
Well, it was really designed there, and most of the nuclear processing took place at other sites, whether Hanford or Oak Ridge, I'm not sure. And it was tested a short distance away at the Trinity site. So go watch the movie Oppenheimer, if you will. But this is why physicists are the only occupation in the country that doesn't have full free speech.
So are you suggesting that there's dangers in believing in more dimensions that maybe some people might not want to be known in the same way that we didn't want the...
My point is, I don't think our government knows the real secrets of physics. If I had to make a bet tomorrow, I don't think there's a secret government office that knows physics. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think that there were a bunch of very smart people who knew how dangerous physics was, and that the idea that we would continue to do it in public struck them as insane.
Because it could lead to destruction.
When I tell you that the most dangerous idea in human history is maybe there's a neutral version of the proton, that's supposed to sound insane.